Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are in Amarillo, Texas. We are going to bed because we need to get to Alamosa today, I do believe. So let's go ahead and fire up this Mac engine and we can get on the road. Let's see, how did I get in here? Because, you know me, I'm only doing an episode a week, so I kind of forgot how I got in here. We'll figure it out. We'll just start driving around in circles if I have to. Road's off to the right, so go to the right, I guess, or maybe it's behind me. Actually, I think if I remember now, it's behind me. I think. Yeah, we came in here, filled up with some diesel fuel, so yeah, the road's right behind me. I think I need to go to the left. Do I need to go to the left? I would say... No, I need to go to the right. I'm glad I checked that. GPS is not telling me exactly which way is which. But to the right is where we're going. Let's see, what time? Oh, I need to check. I need to change one other thing. And that is our checkpoint at the bottom of the screen. So let's go ahead and pause the game for a second. And let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Because that's where we need to be going. Alright, I think we're all set. So right now we're guessing we're to get there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I think it's going to be before that because I assume once we get out of Amarillo, we're probably going to be getting some good speeds here in the interstates. So probably get up to like 70, 75-ish. Maybe in some areas up to even 80 if I want to go that fast. To refresh your memory and mine, I know we got tires and we are at 45,000 pounds. So a heavy load, but not that heavy. It's a little bit heavy. Then the question is, where do we go once we get up to Alamosa? We'll check the job sites and see what it says. See what it says. I am recording this before November 7th. I still need to get into the game, I guess, on my other account because I'm not going to be able to do the Wyoming external contracts. I got 2 more to do. And, of course, I still need to do, but I don't think I'll be able to get to that one. 5 more deliveries of the steering wheel kits or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to that one. But I definitely want to get the Wyoming one because that has a paint scheme into it. And I want to go ahead and maybe use it here. I'm not too sure. We shall see. Change up the paint scheme on this truck. We've had this paint scheme now for a while. So it might be time to switch it on up and just see how the Wyoming one looks like. So maybe when I get done doing this episode, I just got to do 2 more deliveries for the Wyoming one. So that wouldn't take me too long. It's got to be 100 miles-ish a piece. I don't even know where I am in my other profile. I only use the other profile once in a great while. And that's for things like this, external contracts to get some achievements so we can get some other stuff. Like paint jobs and pull the chips and whatnot. So if I can't really find a load that suits us when we get to Alamosa, I think we're going to try to get back over to California and just kind of cruise around a bit. California is, I hate to say, is my least favorite state to drive around in on the SCS maps, just because it seems to be slower there than anywhere, which is fine, but sometimes when you're doing 55 on their interstates, it just seems like you are crawling. But I want to get back over to California because it's been a while since we've been there, because all I remember is we were in Wyoming when the Wyoming DLC came out, and then we headed on down to Florida, and now we're cruising on back. So it's probably been about a couple months since we've been in California. Are my headlights actually on? Because it kind of looks kind of dark in the truck right now. Cruise right at 75. Money-wise, we are doing rather nicely. Hopefully not too long from now, we can see how much money our company was bringing at the end of the last episode. I think $110,000 a week. So I would say in just a few episodes, if everything goes well, we'll be buying another truck. And I think we're buying Freightliners in Denver. And we'll get ourselves another truck and another driver. And that just means more cash coming on in. Then we'll probably have to save up like maybe $40,000-ish. And we'll trade in this Mack truck for whatever we tend to roll into. How much am I getting paid for this delivery? Like $6,000? Yeah, $6,000. We just got to get it there by the end of our shift today, and that doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. But I've said that before. We've had some issues with detours and whatnot lately. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to double check to make sure my lights are actually on. Yeah, they are on. Okay. Just some early morning hours makes it look like that they're not on at all. I will be kind of more interested when Texas comes out, whenever that might be, just because Texas is a big area. And even though the Coast to Coast team have worked on Texas a little bit, as you can see, it can get kind of... trying to use a nice word here. It can get kind of vacant in some areas, let's put it that way. But Texas is a big area to cover, so it'll be interesting to see what the SES team comes up with for the state of Texas. I think they have released a couple of pictures, but nothing recently that I can remember. But I think they've released a couple of photos of what they have going. Seems like we're hitting every stoplight on the way out of Texas here. Well, actually, we're kind of like in the middle of Texas, working our way out of Texas. Still got a ways to go before we're out of Texas. Yeah, Alamosa is kind of like on the border, isn't it? Border-ish. Should be starting in third gear, not fourth. Like we're going down to one lane, which I'm fine with, as long as I don't have a slow poke in front of me. Oh, someone did mention, I don't remember if it was on last episode, the episode before, but I do remember the comment. They're saying they want me to reset my mileage meter because they're getting like 6.2 miles a gallon or something like that. Very well could be. I guess it all depends on the transmission and chassis and whatever it is you have chosen for your truck. Definitely miles per gallon could be different. I was actually, when I read that, I was actually maybe thinking about possibly turning on real fuel consumption. That's not a mod, that's just an option you can have in the game. So depending on your gear, RPM, all that kind of stuff, it's going to definitely affect your fuel mileage. And I think we'll be okay on it because the amount of miles we put on in a day, I think we could, even if I use a lot of fuel, I don't think we'll run out. But if we ever get, I mean, it'll just add another wrinkle to it. So maybe not this episode, but maybe next episode we'll flip it on there because I'll have fueled up my truck all the way and we'll be good to go. And I'm just wanted to bring it to your attention that we'll probably turn on the real fuel consumption probably next episode. Honestly, I was going to do it this one, but I just forgot about it until now. So we'll do it next episode. Maybe at the end of this episode, I'll remember to go in and we'll turn it on, and our fuel will go up and down like crazy, depending on how badly I shift. Hot a burger? Hot a burger? Well, I do like my food spicy and hot. Looks like we're in Dalhart. I was trying to read on my GPS exactly what town we were in. Or city, maybe. It's probably more like a city. Speed limit's for... Don't give me... Okay, we're fine. Seems like I'm looking at the wrong things at the wrong time. Yep, going to get every light going through these cities. How many more cities do I got to go through here? Alright, so we're almost... A couple more cities, and... Actually, we're almost in New Mexico. Right here. Clayton's in New Mexico. And then we'll get around up to Alamosa. So, yeah, we're just about out of Texas, and hopefully less and less stoplights that I have to stop at this morning. And then, like I said, we'll get up there to Alamosa, we'll drop this off, and we'll turn and burn somewhere. But definitely going to try to stay on the coast-to-coast map. I mean, we could go back to Wyoming, but we're just there, so I think heading over through, as we saw a couple episodes ago, Arizona has been a state that I think we kind of flew through once, and that was about it. So maybe we'll try to find a load to Arizona. All depends on what is ready for us to pick up in Alamosa. No traffic around me whatsoever. It just seems kind of odd. I got nervous again when I loaded into ATS because it says, oh, game update. Some mods made it work. I'm like, don't. Every time I see that, I'm in the middle of a delivery between episodes. I'm like, don't tell me you reset me back to Salt Lake City. And I lost my load. I mean, I can teleport anywhere to start the episode. That's not a problem, but I can't make up a trailer and a load and what we were doing. If that does happen to me at some point, all you have to do is go back into Steam and you can change back to a previous version, and I would restart the game and it wouldn't reset me. At least it shouldn't. Speed limit is 65 now, so we'll just cruise on 65. I just refreshed my memory. I think I got until tonight to get the load there. Yeah, I got almost 13 hours to get it there. So we are good to go on that, should be. I really just want to get more drivers on the road to bring the cash in just a little bit quicker. But I know I said this before, when I first started the series, and it's been almost, yeah, we're getting on 11 months now. It's hard to believe, but when I first started the series, I did not think when we first started getting our own drivers and the limited amount of money they were bringing, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a rough climb. It hasn't been as rough as I thought it would be. But it's not bad, but it's definitely not the base game. By the base game, by now, I mean, I could have like 50 or 60 trucks plus at least, I would think. Now the traffic is kind of picking up this morning. I do like the sound of this engine. When I first got it, again, in a way, it was just sounding different than the other E9 Mac engine that we had, but it's just one of those things you just got to get used to how she sings to you. And then you pretty much know when to shift, but after a while there, it's like, yeah, it just sounds different. You know, I can't feel the RPMs. I think I'll ask this other trucker if he wants to drag race. I think we're pretty much evened up. Close enough. Of course, it's hard for me to drag race when I can't look at the stoplight as I'm outside. Getting more and more used to the steering wheel as well with a 4-speed back. It's definitely a big improvement. It's hard to drag race another trucker when you don't know exactly what they got for engine, transmission, and of course the load either. You don't know what kind of payload he may have over there. I thought we crossed the sign which said "Welcome to New Mexico," which we still could be, even though we're in New Mexico. You still could be on the coast-to-coast map, because obviously the base game New Mexico doesn't have a road going into Texas, so coast-to-coast kind of sets up a road from the borderline of Texas and Mexico into the next city. Not picking up much time on the ETA today. Not as much as I thought we would. But then again, as you saw, we hit about every stoplight going through. And a couple of them I did go through. They were kind of like saying, hey, you shouldn't be going through. And I'm like, but we are. Having a quick look at the cities that were on the mileage sign there. What I'm expecting to hit, but then again it may not be here, because as far as SCS is concerned, there is no road coming in here on their map. I was expecting a way station when we came in. Now let's get back to the map where there's some scenery to look at. It's really empty out here. I must have misread the sign somewhere, because I thought it said "Welcome to New Mexico" a while back, but I'm thinking I didn't quite read the sign. Well, I didn't actually read the sign. I just saw the sign there, and it looked like it said "Welcome to." I see trees popping up in the distance. I think by the end of today, we should easily be over 80 grand in the bank account, because I'll be bringing in cash. Basically, the amount of cash I'm bringing in is going to make our loan payment. So we just need a driver or two just to bring in 1,500 bucks. I'd like to see a lot more than that, but take what we can get. This kind of has a feel of where the coast-to-coast road is meeting up with the SCS map right here. Donuts. Although for the time of day it is for me, which is kind of late, donut is not something that's really on my mind. Getting on the I-25 northbound. Only 120 miles out, but it says we're still going to take us about 2.5 hours to get there. I'll go around this tandem trailer truck as well. We should be taking this up for quite a ways. Well, I say quite a ways, maybe like 30 or 40 miles. And ATS time, that's just like a minute or two sometimes. All depends. Limit is 65, so I should be able to resume my cruise control. Yeah, so we do need about 130,000 in the bank account before we buy that truck and get ourselves another driver. So that's really what we're shooting for. So another 50,000 would be good. Welcome to Colorado. And we're stopping at a way station. Where exactly? Do I have to get the off-ramp? I don't think so. I hope not. I'm trying to... Failed to stop. Oh, okay, so it's at the... So it is on the off-ramp. Alright, yeah, there was no way for me to get back up there. So I just paid a fine. It was hard to tell on that one. I couldn't tell if I had to take the off-ramp there or not. I should have done it safe than sorry kind of a thing, like take it, and if it's not there, not that big of a deal. But then, if the off-ramp took me around to entrance of where I needed to go, oh well. In the early days of ATS, Realistic Economy episodes, I would have been kind of mad about that, but now it hurts just a little bit. Looks like our exit is coming up. Yeah, these mirrors on this truck is something I won't miss. They just, like I always say, they're just placed where I would like to look to see if there's traffic coming. The gear seems a lot better. Watch for wildlife on the road. Well, if I was in Wyoming going up to Old Faithful, up to Jackson Gore, I would say, Jackson Hole, I would say probably. And cruise control. There we go. Much better scenery to look at around here than this morning's drive through Texas. You can see the Rockies off in the distance with the snow caps up there. Speaking of snow, it was actually snowing at my house a couple days ago. Usually the first couple snowfalls of the year, it's like, oh, that's kind of nice. You know, you see the white ground, it looks kind of nice, but yeah, I don't like it as much as I used to. Especially when you gotta drive in it all day long. Although it wasn't that bad the other day, the snow wasn't really sticking to the roads that much. They weren't getting icy yet. But it's getting to be that time of year. How are we doing? Oh, geez, we're almost there. 24 miles out. I thought I was going to look down and see like 80 or 90. So Alamosa is the first city that we bought a garage in, other than our home base of Salt Lake City. So it's almost like going back home in a way. Okay, where am I going? We're going to the Caterpillar. I don't know why I said the Caterpillar. We're going to Caterpillar. Looks like it's going to be on the left-hand side up here. $30 miles an hour. Looks like a little bit to the left, then maybe to the right. I think I just went past a Flying J gas station, which I've never seen a Flying J that small before, but... following you, dude. Just keep on driving. So my loan payment there was like, did I just get hit by something, or did I hit someone and I'm getting blamed for it? Nope, that's my loan payment. This is a one-way street here, so I need to be over actually in this lane. Getting all the stoplights today. Now, Caterpillar could be an interesting drop-off. Sometimes, depending on which one it is, there's one that could be a tight drop-off point. Trying to peek down there, but I can't really see too well what it is. Am I going... I think it wants me to go in the next entryway. Just looking for the Caterpillar side out here, but I do not see one. Okay, I see where they want me to drop it off. So I'm just trying to picture this area here, and don't really recognize this one too much. Line side backing up again, which I am not good at. There was... Yeah, I think I'm going to clear that. I think I am. I'm trusting myself that I'm going to, so I'm not going to bother looking at it. Yep, just barely missed it. I'm a little bit far over to one side, but I think I'm going to be in it far enough. Yes, we are. Alright, that's not too bad. First try today. First try. Give me that $6,000. There we go. And we got half of a, well, almost half of a level. But that was a long drive, that's for darn sure. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can find. I could do an external contract as well. Let me just see. Steering wheel rollout, 0 of 5. Cruising Wyoming, 8 of 10. Yeah, I gotta... I'm definitely gonna get the Wyoming one done. Let's just check the job market first. And if I don't find anything too interesting here, we'll look elsewhere. Like I said, Arizona probably should be somewhere that we're going, but we only got 3 pages of jobs. Let's just see what comes up. Utah, New Mexico, Oregon, Colorado, Wyoming, Texas, Kansas, Colorado. Well, let's go ahead and try it. Whoops, go back in here. Let's try external contracts. And let's see if we can find something. How long would that take me? That's going to take me too long. If I take an external contract, I got to finish it this episode. So, oh wow! And if I do go to Arizona, I got to go through that little bit of a road. That seems like a lot of fun. Here, let me check the job market again. See if we can find something. I mean, I could go back down to New Mexico, then head west, but we just came from that way. Oh, I know. Choices, choices. Alright, so there's one to California taking Western Star trucks. That'll bring us through Phoenix. No, that's Flagstaff. Phoenix is a little bit lower. And then to Barstow, to Bakersfield, on up to San Francisco. Alright, you expect it there Saturday night. So today is Thursday, so I got 2 full days of driving. So I got all day Friday, all day Saturday, and half a day today to do 1,200 miles. We should be able to do this. No problem. And we'll get paid another $6,000. $4.68 a mile. Let's go ahead and we'll take this job right here. I said we want to go through California. We're kind of breezing through Arizona again, but, you know, just taking what the job market gives us, really. There's an interesting load right there. A big tanker. Watch your speed, Peanut. We don't need to be getting a speeding ticket, but there's not a car around, so just stay on the accelerator a little bit too much. You're fine. Just don't be blowing through red lights, that's all. Oh, I need to be turning here. Wasn't paying any attention. Definitely feels weird after you've been hauling about 45,000 pounds to now not have nothing behind you, weighing you down. I didn't see where I was picking this up, but you think Western Star trucks, I'm going to be picking up at the Western Star dealership. We'll see if that's where... I didn't pay no attention, but I assume that's where we're going. But you know what happens when you assume things? It's hard to only do 25 miles an hour. Just want to get up and go today. That's all I want to do. Just want to put the hammer down, as he would say. Turning left. Perfect timing because the train will have gone through by then. Yep, right at the Western Star dealership. Imagine that. Make sure I'm on the job offer, not buy a truck. Yep. So these are going to Oakland, California. We're going to take that job. Only one here. And it's kind of showing me the trailer is on this side. There they are. I think I missed my kingpin. No, I didn't. Alright. We are good. And the one thing I'm going to do now, because I know I'm going to forget by the end of the episode, let's go into here. I think it's under options. It's going to be under gameplay. And where is... Aha, found it. Realistic fuel consumption. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Could not find it. Now there it is. So now it's on, so our fuel mileage is going to be kind of wacky. Just like me, so we're all set there. What time is it? It's just before noon. My track IR is kind of being a little fidgety when I look out my window. So let me go ahead and give that a good little reset. See what that does. Not like I'm going to be looking much out my window right now. What do we got here? 52,000 pounds now. Nope, we don't want a job. We just want to exit your facility after we wait for traffic and get our way to Oakland, California. But the first part of the journey we saw, I think we're kind of like going over the Rockies, if you will. So it's going to be a little bit swirly. But first we need to get out of Alamosa. You stay there in your little car there. That train's due to come back around, so hopefully let me get through here. No, don't make me stop on the tracks. Okay, you all go through. I think I should be off the tracks. Yep, we're fine. We are good. We are fine here. Let me take a screenshot because I'll forget. Like I always do. And I always have to end up taking one when I'm parked in a parking area. Not the greatest thumbnails for ATS, but they get the job done sometimes. We get right over into, well, okay, I guess it doesn't matter because it looks like we're going down to one lane anyways. So by the end of today, can we get another driver making a delivery so we get $80,000 back in our bank account? Just to make it look better. So now with realistic fuel on, our fuel mileage is going to bounce around quite a bit, although that's going to say, I think that's the average currently on our truck is 4.6 miles a gallon. Over time that will change. If I go, there's got to be an active one. Let me switch it to an active one here. Yeah, I'm too busy looking at that and not paying attention to my speed. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to stare at the console to make sure we want the right thing. I'm trying to read what each one is as I'm driving, and also look at the stoplights at the same time, which is not working out well. So I'm trying to figure out how the Mac dashboard acts when it's showing me the current fuel mileage that we're getting. I think 11th gear is going to be better than 12th through here. I want to zoom in for you, but it's going to make it awfully weird for me, I think. See, it's the Z key for zoom. Whoa, that's a zoom. Didn't know it was going to zoom that much. I got a little bit of a straightaway here so we can do it. So it looks like the green is my current fuel mileage I'm getting in real time. The arrow is the 4.6, and you can see it gets up the bottom on the far left is the 0 miles per gallon, and the far right is 15 miles a gallon. So if I were to get out the accelerator, yeah, of course we're going to get more than 15 miles per gallon because I'm not burning any fuel. But it's showing me my overall average is 4.6, which is what we had for the first 20,000-ish miles. It says I can go another 874 miles, I think that's what it says. Yep, 874 distance to empty, and of course, remaining fuel in gallons. I'm surprised I'm not hitting guardrails and doing that. Crash. All right. I mean, yeah. No damage to the cargo, so that's fine. See what happens when you're not. Uh-oh. This is not good. So I got lights everywhere on my truck, meaning we need service. So I was too busy trying to read and pay attention to the fuel mileage. I knew I should have been doing it on the beginning of this journey, where it's all windy, but yeah, that's what you get for fooling around. Now you're going to try to pay attention the rest of the way, because if you screw up again, it's going to be really, really rough on you. I'm really lucky that nothing happened to the cargo, which is weird. It says 1% damage on the trailers, but there is no trailer. It's all trucks. We'll have to get our truck all nice and fixed up ourselves. Definitely an engine problem. I was going to zoom into the dashboard again. I can see the wrench. I'm trying to figure out what that one dead center right above my steering wheel is for. So hopefully when we find a rest area this evening, we got ourselves a service station, we can get this thing fixed, fueled up, and ready to go tomorrow to burn through Arizona and maybe get into California. But hopefully nothing else happens to the truck, because it looks like we're climbing a huge hill. We're up in the Rockies. There's no service area around here. And calling for a tow truck would really not be beneficial. I don't want to have to call for a tow truck. Is that what you do? You have to call for a tow truck? I really don't know how that works. I have no idea. If your truck breaks down, I've had a couple times in ETS2 in my early days to where I want to see how far I could get, and the engine, was failing, and it would quit. It kept quitting out on me, stalling. But I eventually made it to the city and got it repaired. I don't know what happens if you completely can't drive. What happens? I don't know. I think I just remember seeing it on one of the options where it says call for tow truck or something like that. I've seen that option before. Don't be looking at the view, Peanut, because that's all you need to do is run the back of this sedan in front of you, and you'll damage your grill more, which would be bad for the engine. But once we get out of the Rocky Mountains and on a flat area, Cindy's gonna have to pull out her tablet and see what we got for a rest area 3 hours out. I think I'll just coast on down the hill here. Not like we're going anywhere fast. That truck in front of us with a tanker, he's really taking us slow. He may have a lot of weight, but then again, so do I. I got like 52,000 pounds behind us with a bad engine right now that needs service. I'm pretty sure the cab needs a little bit of service as well. Probably did a lot of fabrication damage. We're not really making up the time. Too much going down here. I'd say watch for falling rocks. At least we're not doing 25 anymore. Alright, let me check here, because I need to know now. Like I said, we got 2.5 hours left on our clock. What do we have? So we're actually going through Farmington. That's 2.5 hours out. So I can get service here, or I can get service here. Got 2 places to get service, 1 area to get fuel. Just trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think what we'll do here is we won't go here. Yeah, so what we're going to do here, we're actually going to go here. We'll stop here for the night. We'll get the truck repaired. We'll shack up here at this rest area. And in the morning, which is something I don't usually do, is we'll just drive on through and we'll get fuel on the wrong side of the road and head out of town tomorrow. That should be good to go. And what we're going to do here is do this and make sure we click that so we can see how far we are to our destination for the day. So 117 miles out. Now put us right around 5 o'clock. And I got to get this truck repaired. So another... Yeah, I'm just doing a whole bunch of bad stuff today. Accident caused us some cash. And now I got to repair the truck. Although insurance usually pays for that quite a bit. I'll repair everything on the truck except for the tires. I will not repair the tires. It's going to be a long way down. Luckily for us, like I said, they're not expecting this till Saturday night. I could probably get this there in 2 full days of driving. So I got about a half a day to play with. There we go. Now we got a driver giving us enough cash to get us over 80,000. But you know I'm going to spend it. I go to repair the truck. Now it's either going to be $200 to repair the truck because insurance will pay for the rest. Sometimes I think if you repair the truck really fast after you repaired it last time, the bill won't be paid for as much as if you go a long time in between. I think that's the way it works. Not too sure, but I've seen a couple times where I go in after a long time of not doing repairs and it's like only $200. And other times I go in and it's like an odd number up to $1,000, so who knows. Hey, a couple lanes here, which is good. Of course, this says if we get 2 lanes, it comes through a city and reduce our speed quite a bit, and we're going back down to 1 lane again. I'm seeing all these signs, I don't know why, but the signs that are attracting me are the ones that say food on it, and I'm getting hungry again. Got to grab something to eat after this. Where are we exactly here? I would like to know. Let's see if we can get around the tanker, although I think we're done going through the mountains, so I don't think that's a big deal. That tanker is currently in the left lane. Going right at his speed, which is 25 miles an hour. I just can't seem to get through the cities today. Seems like we're just... Yep, there's our engine malfunctioning. That'll teach me to stare at the dashboard as I'm driving on a curvy road. Now the thing is, that will just get worse and worse. The engine will start cutting off more and more frequent as we go along if I don't get it repaired. Did you see that cop car? He like stopped right in the middle of the intersection. That's the 2 cars in front of us. Although I think what he was doing, the AI traffic, was allowing that tanker to get ahead of us. We just need to make another 74 miles, which we should, as long as I don't hit nothing again. So, I mean, even with realistic fuel on, we are probably going to burn through a lot more fuel than usual. But this truck carries enough fuel, and we fuel every day, so it should not be an issue. But I think that's going based on the 4.6 miles per gallon that we were getting for the first 20,000 miles. So that's going to vary quite a bit for how I shift and play with the throttle. So try to be more precise with the shifting. Try to stay in the sweet zone. Right now, when I set the ETA, I just realized we're running late now. Wow, now we're not going to get there until about 5:45. That's what you get for driving through the city. Always strikes me as odd when you're hauling trucks of a different company than the one you're driving. And we did that earlier in the series when we had the Volvo. It seems like I think we delivered a couple Peterbilts, maybe one Peterbilt, one Kenny. We are putting in a little bit of overtime today, but like I said, I think I said last episode, sometimes you get days where we're going to quit early. And other days, we're just going to drive a little bit past our time. But when I set this checkpoint, we were right in our sweet zone, but I think we lost some time there going through the cities. I'm trying to make it for a little bit of time just by going at the peak of the limit we can possibly go without getting a ticket. And the way my day is going, I'm probably going to get caught doing 62 and a 55, which is just over the limit. Oh, and I need to get over into that lane as well. And I got myself some room. Let's get over now. Light was green, so I don't know why the truck stopped, and now he's going to turn right on red. Seven miles out to where we need to go. I could have swore I was turning... Oh no, okay, we're fine. It's going to be right on this road here. And of course, going to get the red light. Hopefully it's the last one before we get to the repair shop. Then I'll see what town we're in, because I really don't know when I clicked on it what town. Farmington. Is it Farmington? Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Just about there. I can smell my mechanic from here. Welcome to Farmington, elevation 5,300 feet. Looks like I'm going to be going to a Volvo dealership to get this thing repaired. So I should have plenty of room to turn around in there for what we got. Yep, 1 hour past my driving time. Starting to get a little tired. Something we don't hear too often on here. Alright, let's see what the damage is. Let's go in here and get some service done. So 9% on the engine, 7 on the transmission, 18 on the chassis, 14 on the cab, 18 on the wheels. Let's click that off. And yeah, I'm paying $309 to get that repaired. It's not too bad. Problem solved. Yeah, the reason why I'm leaving the tires there because I want to see how far we can get in the tires before we get penalized. If we do at a weigh station, which I missed today as well. I just wanted to go ahead and double check, make sure, because sometimes you go in repairs, it changes your lights. But I think it only does it when you do customizing of the vehicle, which we did not do. Alright, all the lights are gone, so I'd say the mechanic did a nice job. Just have to remember I need to fuel up in the morning. Can you ding for me, please? Let me know that we're in a rest area. Yes? No? Anywhere? Why won't you, You're gonna make me fiddle try to find the sleep icon, aren't you? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, stop, stop. There we go. Alright, just leave it as is. Leave it as is. Must be the drivers brought in a lot of cash when I was doing all that because I see we're at $87,646, which is lovely. Let's go ahead and we'll get into this little part of the game here. World map. So we made it to Farmington, New Mexico. We're going down to Gallup and we're just cut across. Looks like we're going to be taking... Is that the... Is that I-10? That's not the I-10 again, is it? No, it's the I-40. I-10 has got to be way low. Yeah, I-10's way low. So we'll be taking the I-40 right through Arizona. I was hoping to find something in Arizona. As you can see, it looks like we've gone north, south a little bit. And then this mostly just cutting through. Barstow on to Bakersfield. And I don't know if I'll take... what is that road here? Instead of the Interstate I-5, we may just cut over the I-5. Can I get in the I-5? So there's no on-ramps here? That's an off-ramp. Oh, I would have to actually go through the gas station service area and then back on. We might do that. Just get on the I-5 and go up right up the I-5 all the way to Oakland. Let's see how it goes. Figure it out, but that won't be tomorrow. Let's see, we got still about 1,000 miles to go. So more than likely we'll probably reach Bakersfield, be my guess. And now we're, see, I think the last episode was like, what, 111,000? Now profit every 7 days is 127. That's going to change up and down. But 87,000. Money's coming in. Soon we'll have another driver. Then we'll save up and trade in this lovely Mack truck that we've had for quite a while. I do like the paint job that I kind of created for it. But yeah, we're definitely going to have some kind of a paint job for the month of December, being the holiday season, so we'll have to swap it up. We're going to swap it out anyways. So either the Wyoming one, which I might do after this episode, but I'm going to grab some to eat because all those food signs got me hungry. That's for darn sure. But I just got to make a couple more deliveries and we'll have that. The other one, we'll have to wait. I am kind of curious, though, before I get out of here. Let's go... I just want to look at external contracts. What do these things actually look like, these steering wheel trailers? Is it a special trailer? Am I even going to find one? That's the question. So it's going to be under external contracts. And I don't see one here at all. So I don't know. I was just curious if I saw it. I could show you guys, but don't see one there. But by the time I do next episode, that one will be over as well. But anyways, that was kind of a bad day for me because I missed the weigh station, got into an accident, and we had to pay insurance. Not a great day, but the company is making cash. We're up to $87,000, so that's all good. We'll see how next day goes. Hopefully it goes a lot better than today. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator. But until then, have a good one.